Hi beauties, it's Jean Piersanti with Beauty and the Stamper, and we are going to make a card today. I am doing a collaboration with one of my team members, Tammy. I will put her link down below, and she is with Southern Angel Stamping. You guys, she's part of my team, and I love to help my team grow. So if you guys want to check out her channel, she's brand new, and she'll show you what she's learned. We're going to be using the To a Wild Rose stamp set. She'll be using the same. So let me go ahead and show you the card we're going to make today. Well, we're going to make it. So let's see what happens, I guess. I'm going to be using terracotta tile. I cut a piece in half and then I scored it in half. I also have another piece here which is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. I also have a white sheet cut at that same measurement. And then I have another white sheet. This one's cut at 3 3/4 by 5. This will be the front of our card. This will be the inside of our card. We've got the frame for the white, and then we've got the base of our card. So let me go ahead and just burnish this guy down, making him flat like I always do. And then we'll set him off to the side. We're also going to set the other piece off to the side and the center. Let's see here. And of course I didn't get any of my blocks ready or anything like that, so let me just grab them real quick. Alright, so we are going to stamp here. Before I get this all dirty, because I know it's going to get dirty, here's my host code for the month. Here is the code itself. And then of course you'll be able to see lots of product here today. And when you order over $50 or more, or you purchase the Friend Like You stamp bundle, you get in my online class that'll happen at the end of the month. You can also order Paper Pumpkin, and then you can purchase anything at jeanpiersanti.stampinup.net. Everything you see here, you can purchase. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to use this To a Wild Rose stamp set. Let me show you the colors that I'm going to be using. I've got lots of colors for this. We've got Crushed Curry, Blackberry Bliss, Terracotta Tile, Gray Granite, Soft Sea Foam, and Mossy Meadow. And they're very fall-like colors, and that's what I wanted to do. I know we're still in summer, but you guys, when you're making cards, you want to do it a little bit ahead of time, and I want to get my fall out of the way so that we can start working on Christmas probably next month or so. And so let's go ahead and begin. I definitely know I want to use this Hello and this Hello and True Friendship is one of God's greatest gifts. So I really like that. And then of course we're going to be using all of this because it is the two-step stamping, and it's really like got some great dimension on there. So first things first, I want to get out my outline. So I'm going to get out my outline stamp. And I'm just going to throw this guy on there. And I'm going to, for this flower, I'm going to use a dark Blackberry Bliss because that's what I want it to be outlined in. I'm wearing a white shirt. Don't know what I was thinking there. But this is going to be really easy, and you'll see why I showed you all of my codes first, because we're going to be just taking and stamping here, there, and everywhere. Don't be afraid to go off the paper. Look at how pretty that is. And don't be afraid to turn it if you'd like. I'm going to put a whole entire one right here. Look at that. And then I'll put another one right here coming off the page. And then one more kind of right about there. So we've got that. And then while I have that out, I'm going to do the inside of my card. So I'm going to take that, and we are just going to go right here in the corner. Just one, and that's it. And then we're done with this Blackberry Bliss. I'll tell you what, I love the Stampin' storage. I was a little leery at first, but the fact that I can just reach over and put it away right in front of me rather than running over and getting that big ol' holder out is very nice. So, you know, I stained this guy because I used it in the Blackberry Bliss, but that is okay. It is going to stamp all the same, and you'll see that shortly because I did the same thing to my hello that you'll see here in just a bit. So next thing I want to get out, I'm going to get out the leaves outline, and I'm kind of going from light or from dark to light. So you'll see as I go along, and that's because I want to get these guys all situated before I start coloring them in. So I'm going to use the Mossy Meadow. Again, I'm going with some dark colors. And we'll start with the inside. And listen here. I'm going to get a little tiny piece of washi tape out. Because I know this is going to hurt me a little bit. I'm going to get 2 pieces of washi tape out. This is my favorite washi. But I'm going to put it together. And then I'm going to fold it over a little bit here. And then I'm going to like touch it with my hands and get that sticky kind of lessened up there. And I'll tell you why. I'm also going to fold it over here because all I need is for it to hold just a little bit on where I want the flowers to come out, but I want it to be a little bit further down. Actually, that's not where I want it. I'm going to show you here. I'm going to go just right here. Just putting it along the edge there. And then now you can see what I did there. And be careful when you do that. Always have something handy, like some baby wipes. I'll tell you, I say this often, I'm going to make mistakes. It happens. You'll make mistakes. It happens. So then I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to put another little bit right here. Let's see. I know exactly where I want it. There we go. That way it's poking out that side there. There we go. We'll save that. Now we're going to come over here and do the same thing. Now, I'm going to go right here. Let's see. Like that. But let's go ahead and take that flower and cut him out. And you don't have to cut out the whole thing. I'm just going to use this gray granite real quick here as not to use a real dark color. Well, it's dark enough. And then real super quick, I'm going to kind of go along these edges and I mean, you can be really kind of slow and meticulous with it. Once you got it out, you don't need to worry about it anymore. Just keep it. And you know, I didn't even, so bad at looking at my dies. To see if there's a die that'll cut this out. And I do not have them memorized. I often keep things around to memorize, and I had my book out, so I don't have my book with me. So I can't look. And I'm not going to go looking at my die because really that's all I need. Alright, so let me go ahead and I will show you what I'm doing here. And this is just going to hold that down. There we go. We're just going to find this piece again. There we go. Just getting that. There we go. See how it falls back behind there? So pretty. I'm going to do the same thing over here. And I think we're good, but I'm going to put just a little bit more because who says there's not more flowers out there, right? So you can fill in your little spaces like that if you'd like. So we've got that. And now we are done with our mossy meadow. Oh, that's the one thing you got to remember, where you're putting things away. So if you're using your pens in the correct spaces, there you go. All right, now I'm going to clean this off one more time here. And really cleaning in there. And then the same with this guy. This is going to be a little bit longer video because we are doing everything, and we want to just do the whole card all the way through. That way you know exactly how long it takes to do a card from start to finish. And I'm not rushing. We're just going by. If you want to go a little faster, you can always fast forward if you need to. I don't mind. I sometimes say a little bit of things here and there and mess up and show you what I did wrong. Now, remember, there are two sides to every single piece of paper, so I'm going to still use, well, no, I'm going to keep this. I'm actually going to throw this into my little guy, but I do have some extra scraps here. We're going to go ahead and get this hello done and out of the way. Again, just throw it however you'd like. And I'm going to go with the terracotta tile. And be very careful when you get these. Can you see that ink there? It is okay to do. Just press straight down and then pull back up. Because otherwise if you push down and you kind of rock, you're going to get little pieces like that. You don't want to do that. So I am going to clean this off. And we're going to do this up the right way. There you go. And I'm just going to push straight down and right back up. And you've got that there. And just to make it a little bit interesting and try and lose this piece, I'm going to cut it out right now. So I'm going to cut that guy out with my 1.5 inch circle punch. And then I'm going to want a background. So with that background, I'm going to take an extra piece of that terracotta tile and my 2-inch punch. And I'm going to punch a piece out there. Now, I purposely centered this right here because if I cut this down, I can have something showing right through here. So remember that when you're punching things out, and just use the most of your paper. All right, so we've got this piece and this piece. We're going to set that over here with all of our extras that we don't need to touch. I'm going to clean off our hello. And we're going to do a lot of stamping off today. So if you don't know what Stampin' Off is, it's when you have all your ink fully done, but you don't want it to be so bright. Then you use the Stamping Off technique, and I will show you what that is. So I want the color of this to be that really pretty terracotta, but not bright. Not full 100% bright. So I need to find out which piece is what, which way it goes. Okay, that actually looks really good. And that little piece right there is that little piece right there. So I'm going to grab my terracotta tile and get that fully inked up. And then when I push down, see how dark that is? I didn't want it that dark, so I took off a layer. And now I can come through here and put that on. And look at that nice color there instead of that real dark color. So I'm going to do it again. We're going to get a full amount there. I'm going to push it down, stamped off there, and then we're going to do this one again. See, I told you it was going to be a bit messy. We're going to stamp off. We're going to put this right there. Oh, it's coming out so pretty. We're going to stamp off. And this time I don't have that little peak because I cut it off. So I'm going with that piece and that piece there. So very easy to line up. And if you get it coming out of the lines, that's okay too. And we've got one more here. Can't forget about the inside. There we go. Yay! That is so pretty. So I'm going to clean that off. And we're all done with that one. In this, you're going to just be amazed at this next one. Now, that color, I wanted it to be a little bit of fall. And I wanted to get this real pretty rose going on here. So I chose crushed curry. I'm going to leave this guy out for another one here in just a bit. So let's look at that crushed curry. And don't be afraid to stamp all over your little sheet of paper, whatever you're using, copy paper or anything like that. And let's see if that is too dark or if we want to go a little bit lighter. I think I'm going to go with a little bit lighter. And I got it full there. We're going to stamp off and we're going to figure out where this goes. And it looks like this is exactly where it goes. So we're going to push that right down. And look at that. How pretty is that? We're going to do the same thing. Stamp off. Come back in here. Oh, so pretty. Stamp off. Line that guy up. And that is just coming out super adorable. And there we go. Is that where I had it? Yes, right there. Just took me a minute. There we go. And then we've got one more. Stamped off. Gotta find the right spot here. That's not right. This is the hardest part. Well, I lost it. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm going to do this one more time. We're going to stamp off. And there we go. Found it. love this. And now we're done with the crushed curry. We're going to clean this guy off. And then let's go ahead and start with the leaves. We're going to have the same type with the leaves. And now the leaves, I went for a little bit lighter color. I'm just looking to see which one's lighter and which one's darker. So I'm going to go with the lighter for the inside. And this is the soft sea foam. So I wanted it to be really light. I don't really need to stamp off on this because that'll be way too light. So I'm going to go back here just to have it. We're going to line these guys up. And again, okay, got a phone call there. So we're going to just keep on going here. And we're just putting some ink to paper, filling in those leaves nice and pretty. Look at how that's coming out so nice. And we're just gonna do these really quick as well. This little guy's gonna be a mess by the time we're done with it, but that is okay. And remember which way you're using your leaves. So I could not get that one lined up, and now I know why. There we go. Got that little leaf guy going right there. Another one right there. Just move these around to however you need it. Everyone stamps so differently. Well, that one didn't come really great. So we'll just stamp right over it again. Do this one here. Got another little guy right there. Getting them all in here. And then one more. And there we go. We've got all of that stamped. We're going to go ahead and add a little bit more. You could be done at this point. I'm actually going to see. I'm going to try first because I want to see how this comes out, because I'm going to use that gray to add a little bit more lines. So let's see how that works out. I always try, make sure it works and fits, because if it doesn't, I don't want it. And it's better to try things on a scratch piece of paper or even the cardstock than to try it right on your paper. So this has the gray. I hit my finger in it. I'm just going to clean that piece off real quick. Yeah, that's what I thought. Probably not going to love it. Yep, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to leave it as is. So this will add a little bit more dimension, but you guys, I'm okay with it. I am okay without. This probably isn't the best color. I could have chose a different color, but I think I'm just going to leave it right as is. Don't be afraid just because this says you have to use, well, just because it suggests you use all of them does not mean you have to use all of them. And then the last thing I'm going to do, it's got these beautiful little centers, and I'm going to go back to that crushed curry, but I'm going to go full strength, and I'm not going to stamp off at all. I'm just going to stick these right in here. There we go. That was easy enough. I'm just going to clean this off real quick. And I think we're almost done, and now we just need to stamp the inside and put everything together. And then I need some ribbon to match, but I don't have any terracotta tile ribbon. So I'm going to take this ribbon here, which it's the silver and white. You guys, if you have white ribbon, you can color it. You can color it with so many things. You can, well, if you can open it without ruining it here, that's what I'm doing. There we go. You can color it with your re-inkers. You can color it with your ink pads or your pens, your Stampin' Right markers, right, like this. Or you can color it with your, hold on, I gotcha, with your Stampin' Blends. Now we don't have terracotta tile, but we do have a Calypso coral, and it actually looks pretty close. Right? Am I right? And that's it. Look at, we've changed the color of this entire ribbon. And that's it. Do you see how easy that was to change the color of that ribbon? So pretty. So I'm going to set that aside to dry. Again, it's alcohol marker, so it's going to dry pretty fast. And let's go ahead and get out. We already did our hello, but let's do the inside where it says true friendship is one of God's greatest gifts. I just love that, and I love the writing, the font. I'm going to get out that terracotta tile again. And we are going to just push right down, hold it there for a second, really let that ink transfer over. And look at that. We've got the inside of our card. We've got the outside of our card. Let's just put this bad boy together, shall we? Real quick, I'm going to just use this since it's right there nearby. put it away because I don't want to lose anything. We're all done. All right. Now, putting this together, I'm going to get out my snail adhesive and we're going to put this little guy right in the center there. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to get out some of our dimensionals. Oh, I have some right here. It's almost as if I knew I was going to make this card. I know. When I try and be funny, I'm not very funny. I just crack myself up. It's when I'm not trying to be funny that you guys all think I'm hilarious. So, I am going to take this little piece of ribbon here and put it right through here. Not a lot. I just need a little bit. So you can do this all in advance. You can color your ribbon in advance. I'm going to take this guy. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to save that little piece. I'm going to take this. There we go. And we're just going to wrap that right around. I already put some little bit of tape back there. And now I just can take this runner and go right over that tape again. And now we've got tape holding the ribbon down onto the card. And we're going to have some tape holding the other side of the ribbon down to the card. And we're just going to line this little guy up, give him a little bit of a border there. Be careful. Well, once we're stuck down, we're stuck down. So, you know what? It's a homemade card. I have a little bit of a edging off there, but I'm okay with it. And then I'm going to take this and put this on the inside. You know, I used that glue. I used the tape. I like to use the Tombow glue because it gives me a little bit of wiggle room. And we're going to put that one down. Look at the inside of that card. Oh, this is a pretty, pretty card there. I'm going to take my little take your pick tool and grab the edges off of here. Some people can get these off no problem. My little nails don't want to work that well, and then when I have acrylics, then they really don't want to work well. And we're going to stick that one down. And then we're going to take this guy and we're going to put him on here as well. Let's raise him up a little bit too. How about that? Well, let's see. Do we want it raised a little bit? Sure, why not? I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to take this little piece here, pull that off and give it right straight across there. All right, I think we're going to be done with this card. So again, show your support to Tammy. She's making cards. Go check out what she makes with this exact same set. You never know. It could be the exact same card. So there you go. And then here's your inside. Who wouldn't love to receive this card? All right. You know what? I did not put any kind of beautiful little, you could put some pearls on there, but I have not used the metallic pearls yet. So let's just put real quick, finish it off with a little bit of bling, right? And I think these gold ones would just be adorable. So let's go ahead and pull these off. And we'll just stick a couple here and there. And how about one more right here? There we go. There we go. Look at that. So pretty. All right, beauties. I hope you have a wonderful day. I will talk to you later. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. Go to Tammy's channel. Give her a thumbs up. Subscribe to both of our channels. And we look forward to seeing you again. Alrighty. Take care. Bye.